record this once, but we're gonna try again because I don't think I liked the other one. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I don't normally do voiceovers over here, but I wanted to talk about something related to my graphic design and illustration journey, my experience with trying to pursue graphic design in university and as a career, and what that has been looking like so far. That's what this is going to be about. I feel slightly awkward posting this because it does relate to my personal life more, but I did want to share, so let's talk about it. Basically, I have always wanted to do something artsy, and I kind of, as a child, adults are like, oh, you should be a graphic designer. And you're like, oh, I don't really know what that means, but okay. No, before I went to college, I actually wanted to be in animation. I really wanted to work with like stories and characters, stuff like that. That's what I said I was gonna do for a couple years when I was younger. And then when I was starting to actually look into colleges to transfer to, because I went to community college. I didn't go to high school, so I did 2 years of community college, and then I was going to transfer. So my parents suggested a university that is about 20 minutes away from where we live. So I was looking on their catalog and I found a program called Design, and I was intrigued by that, and I decided that that was the route that I wanted to work towards. I didn't really know the ins and outs of graphic design and what that was going to look like necessarily, but I just knew that it was kind of artsy, it was creative, it was making things, and that's what I wanted to do. There's a couple things with this program. The first one is that in order to get into the program, you have to apply for it and submit a portfolio. Now, the portfolio, they tell you exactly, like, these are all the projects that you need to make. This is all the things that you need to include. I started working on this portfolio over winter break, and I ended up submitting it in March of last year. But yeah, I submitted this portfolio, and then the next month I got an email saying that I got into the program. That was really exciting, and I was absolutely thrilled to be like, okay, awesome, I get to go do like fun stuff in college, basically, because it is fun. The program is super fun. I love the classes. Yeah, I started the program in the fall, and it was super fun, and I learned so much, honestly. Like, I didn't really know anything about like the Adobe products. I barely touched them, but yeah, we learned Illustrator and Procreate and InDesign, and I honestly, I really fell in love with it. I was like, I kind of didn't know anything about graphic design going into this, and now I'm really sold on this as a career path. Yeah, I was super excited about that. The only thing is that the second drawback is that I only got into the pre-major program. In order to get into the major, you have to submit another portfolio. Now, this one was a little easier to put together just because it was all coursework from the classes that we'd already been taking. Now, not every project that I made was amazing, and I tried to make some of them a little nicer because obviously some of it, it's schoolwork. It's like, okay, I'm kind of sometimes just doing this to get a grade, but this is inevitably going to go in the portfolio that you submit to get into the major. I honestly, I poured my heart and soul into this portfolio. I would say pretty proud with everything I made. There were one or two projects that I was like, I'm a little less pleased with these, but I feel like I am showing my best work in this portfolio. March rolls around, which is the time that we're submitting it, and everybody's really nervous about it because they don't accept everyone that's in the pre-major into the major. I want to say about 58 people got into the pre-major, and then of that 58, they let 36 into the major program. that was honestly the super nerve-wracking part to me, is just that like, oh, like you're going to class with all these people and you're making friends, and like it's such a collaborative environment, and you really get to know, like, I knew the names of pretty much everyone in the first year program. So it was like, it's super nerve-wracking to be like, oh, who's gonna get in and who's not, you know? Kind of tense, but I knew I was putting my best foot forward, and I felt pretty confident that I was gonna get in. I got an email a week after all the portfolios had been submitted, and I did not get in. That was extremely disappointing, and I cried a lot, and I was like, I don't even really know what I want to do anymore, and like, I hate college, and this program is so stupid that it won't let everybody in. And I know it's probably like resources and stuff, they don't have enough for everybody, but that's so unfortunate. It's like, why are you letting a bunch of pre-majors in, only to whittle that down even further, you know? Yeah, it was frustrating news to hear that, like, oh, this thing that I really enjoyed doing, I don't get to do it anymore. Thankfully, if you do the pre-major, you still get a minor in design, so, you know, it's better than nothing. It's so, yeah, it's frustrating to be told that, like, you can't do the major after, you know, I feel like I've proved myself worthy of it, and I put my best work forward, and I just be told that, like, we picked 36 people over you. And I am so happy for my classmates that did get in. That is such a... This is kind of why I feel really awkward posting this, because, like, I don't know if some of them are going to see this or not. I am really happy for all of them. I just am so sad that, like, I don't get to do it with them. You know, you get to know all these people, and you get to be familiar with this environment, and then now I have to, like, kind of start from scratch, essentially. Because it's like, okay, I can't do this major, so what major am I doing next? You know? I hadn't even... they suggested that you register for classes ahead of time. Outside of the design major, which I didn't do, which was kind of silly. So, and universities, especially this university, is notorious for, like, not having classes available. But I did manage to find some classes in the English major. I was gonna do marketing, but I didn't really want to have to be in college for 4 more years, so we're doing the English major. And I am not, like, that excited about it. I think it'll just be kind of boring more than No offense to any English majors. It just obviously, like, wasn't what I had envisioned doing. But after some reflection and thinking about what I actually wanted to do, like, what was it about design that I really liked? And that's books. I love books, and I really want to make books and design books and be involved with books. And so I decided that I wanted to do something in publishing, and I figured that English and design probably fits that bill. And that's kind of what I'm drawing here, if you've been paying attention to my Speedpaint as well, or if you're just listening to me chat, that's cool too. But yeah, I'm doing an English major, and then hopefully I can graduate next year. But yeah, that's kind of been my experience with university so far. It hasn't been... I've enjoyed parts of it. Like, I really enjoyed my this past quarter of classes. Like, I had so much fun. And I'm gonna miss it, you know? Like, I'm gonna miss those classrooms, and I'm gonna miss that kind of schoolwork a lot. But just because I can't do a design major does not mean that I can't be a graphic designer. That's part of the reason why I wanted to make this video and talk about what I'm going to be doing with it for the next bit, which is working on my graphic design skills. I decided that in order for me to actually continue to try and be a graphic designer, I kind of have to teach myself graphic design now. So I've come up with a series of projects that I really want to do that are related to publishing and books and design, and I'm probably going to post them all on here. I've been wanting to post more design stuff on here, and I thought that this video would kind of be a nice explanation for that, because I mostly just post drawings. But yeah, I've been wanting to post more design related content. Yeah, hopefully that's fun. Yeah, I'm hopeful, you know. It's taken some processing to like be okay with not getting the opportunity to pursue a design major. I'm grateful that I was able to do the minor, but yeah, I'm still hopeful about a career in design and being able to teach myself now and have more creative freedom with that. I think will be nice for me as well. Hopefully the English major isn't terrible. Hopefully I don't hate it. I don't think I will. Like, I'm doing a literature concentration because I love reading. Like, I love literary analysis too. Like, I think it's so fun, but I always found that like doing homework for English classes is kind of not my favorite. So we'll see. Yeah, thanks for coming along with me and chatting about graphic design and college and the struggles of kind of figuring out what you want to do in life. I'm sure, you know, I obviously am not having a solitary experience here. Like, obviously other people also got rejected from the design major. So with that said, thank you for hanging out with me. If you like this kind of stuff and want to see more of it, let me know. I'm a super awkward talker, so this is not very normal for me, but I would love to practice and get better at talking. So if you want to see more of that, let me know. I hope you'll stick around and follow me on my new graphic design journey. I don't really know what else to say, but I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.